guys, it's your girl T. So I want to talk about this video that's going viral all over social media. People have been tagging me in it. And when I tell y'all, when I first saw the video, I screamed. Like, I was shocked. I was not expecting this, okay? So what's going down is that we have a 31-year-old man. His name is Brian Fields, and he goes by the name Sugar Ray. So I guess he decided to come back into town. His mother and father, they live in the Inglewood neighborhood in Chicago. He decided to go back on the block, and he was live streaming on Facebook. If y'all don't know, Facebook now has live streaming options, and that's what he was doing, basically letting the world know that he's on the block and he's in front of the store and he's having a good old funky time. And as he's bragging about being in front of this store, all of a sudden somebody walks up, literally shoots this man live stream 16 times. This entire situation had me freaking the hell out. I was like, what in the hell? You can hear him gasping for breath, and then all of a sudden people come up and they're screaming. The whole situation is just insane. I'm also gonna go ahead and play you guys the news clip, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Chicago police now searching for the gunman. This shooting happened while the victim was standing outside a store at 56th and Hoyne. That's in the Englewood neighborhood. Eyewitness News reporter Liz Nagy is live from Mount Sinai Hospital. That's where the victim's recovering. Liz?
Alan, Chicago police say this man was shot multiple times about this time yesterday, just before 5 o'clock. And they believe those gunshots were captured on video. They're still working to authenticate it. And that video that we're about to show you is difficult to watch. Brian Fields, better known as Sugar Ray, was back in town. And his friends say this was Sugar Ray live streaming to Facebook in his old West Englewood neighborhood Thursday afternoon, broadcasting about the store behind him reopening for kids. As he was rolling live, someone started firing off live rounds in his direction.
I heard shots, about 9 or 10 shots. Then the fellow fell down.
As the man lay in the street, shot and bleeding.
That's messed up.
The cell phone video kept streaming, facing upward, and you see a gunman step into the frame, still shooting, before police say...
Tonight we know much more about a disturbing video that captures a shooting live on social media. Good evening, I'm Jeff Herndon. Dawn has the night off. A man is in critical condition tonight. He was shot as he stood outside a store at 56th and Hoyne yesterday afternoon. Police say it appears to be a classic case of social media taunting. Craig Wall looked into this extreme example of a phenomenon known as cyber banging.
Yeah, Jeff, police do not believe this was a hoax or anything like that. In fact, they believe the man was actually targeted. He is in critical condition tonight at Mount Sinai Hospital. And while cyber banging has been around for as long as social media has, this may be the first time that someone was actually shot while live on Facebook.
On Chief, what they say they heard I was up here.
The victim of the shooting has been identified as 30-year-old Brian Fields, who was convicted of a 2005 murder in Chicago. He was standing outside this store at 56th and Hoyne, which has been closed since January due to a fire. Fields, known as Sugar Ray in the neighborhood, references the store being closed in his video.
I can't be out here without the store being open. I need somewhere to duck and hide for cover.
The fact that he mentions that, he needs access to the store that was previously not open in order to duck and dive meant that he had some awareness of what could potentially happen.
Columbia University professor Desmond Patton studies youth violence and the social media connections.
Looks like, one of the things he wanted to do was say to everyone, hey, I'm here, I'm brave, I'm strong, I am so strong that I could be in a rival group's neighborhood and videotape it.
Police say it appears Fields was taunting his rivals. At the last second, he sees something out of the corner of his eye and then gets shot, dropping the cell phone as he ran. The gunman stands right over the phone and fires a total of 16 shots. Fields was struck 5 times. This man lives down the street.
I heard the shots, and as I heard the shots, first instinct is to just run.
Brendan Reynolds, who works to help youth and gangs, says while the video is disturbing, there's another aspect that's equally troubling because of the long-term impact.
Youth are really desensitized to this type of stuff. So, a lot of people posted that through Facebook.
All right, so you guys just saw the video and the news clip, and like I told y'all, it's very disturbing. You know, this whole situation to me is just insane. I really feel bad for the people who live in that neighborhood, in the Inglewood neighborhood, who have to deal with shit like this on a daily basis. Imagine anybody could have been walking behind that man, going to the store, going to the bus stop, and they could have been caught in the crossfire. It's like a lot of people in that neighborhood do not value life. It's like a game to them, okay? Now, another thing about this situation, after further investigation, I'm finding out that this man is not innocent. You know what I'm saying? This is not just some man who just decided to go visit his mother and he got shot accidentally. What they're saying is that this man is a convicted murderer. And back in 2009, he took somebody else's life, and this was a retaliation for the person's life that he took back in 2009. So I don't understand, if you kill somebody, especially in Chicago, because y'all know people in Chicago ain't got no chill, honey. If you kill somebody, why would you think it was that sweet that you could go back on the block? You know what I'm saying? You're bragging, telling folks that you're on the block. You're showing them where you're at. Why would you think you wouldn't have any enemies or any rivals over there? And they're saying that his mother lives in the rival neighborhood. So why would you think those rivals would not come for you, knowing that you took their boy out a few years ago? You know, all this black on black violence just really needs to stop. If somebody pokes you in the eye and you poke them back, soon the whole world will be blind, okay? And I know that sounds cheesy, but I'm just so tired of all this black on black violence. It just does not make sense whatsoever. This man is in really critical condition. He's very close to possibly losing his life, you know, but again, can I feel super bad for him if he took somebody else's life and he made somebody else have to mourn their sibling or their son or their father? You know, while this whole situation is very, very disturbing, this is why I always say karma is real. You have to treat people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here shooting at folks and killing people and then think it can't come back on you. I think this man was kind of being foolish to go back into enemy territory and then live stream where he's at. You know, basically almost taunting them and bragging like, yo, I'm back in the neighborhood. You know, y'all's not gonna do nothing. Look where I'm at. You know, even though he didn't say that, it's almost like that was the reason for him live streaming this video, because he didn't think nobody was gonna do anything. He didn't think he could be touched. But he found out the hard way. Them fools in Chicago got a few screws loose, okay? So this entire situation to me is very, very disheartening. You know, like I said, when I watched it, like I screamed. I was not expecting that at all. I was like, oh my God, you know, like it just freaked me out. I just hate seeing things like that. You know, and I feel bad for everybody involved. Like, this is just really disturbing. I'm sure there were people across the street and there are people nearby, possibly even children, who had to witness this. This whole situation to me is just crazy as hell. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. And then how do you feel about how bold people are getting, not only in Chicago, but around the country, just out here wilding and acting out? You know, the whole situation is just really, really disturbing. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.